Hi, welcome back to my journal journey. Today I'm looking at where my journey began. This is the very first book that I started with. I've added on my own little bookmarks and I cut a piece of this gorgeous paper from just a large paper pack. As you can see underneath, it's not the original cover. This book was £1 from the works, and my journal journey started in March 2020. I wanted to track my mood and think about good points from each day, because in March I realised that I was focusing on the negative a lot. So that's where it all began. I had never heard of bullet journaling or anything like that. To me, journaling was just keeping a diary. So I went on good old Pinterest, which is where this idea would have been from, and I found a mood tracker. With my mood tracker, I do also have a few pages underneath. They are not cohesive in any way, but they were just finding gratitude every day, and that was the purpose of it. Then the whole world kind of changed and I had a lot more time to focus on my art, my craft, and just my hobbies in general. I have to say, this is my favourite tracker that I've ever done, and the flowers are outlined in paint because I used a cookie cutter dipped in paint to do the flowers. I didn't really know what I was tracking, so I kind of just would change up the moods every month, every time I set up a new one of these spreads. And in May I went for a flower theme. I was just on Pinterest looking at mood trackers, and that's all that it was. I then found out a little bit more about this elusive thing called bullet journaling, and September is where I started tracking more items. I started playing around with layouts, with colour schemes, and started doing little tidbits from my day and jobs that I had to do, the amount of steps that I took, and that's what September was. I don't tend to show filled in pages, so I will tell you that I was trying a different spread every single week, although I had some cohesion throughout my pages. The themes were all over the place, and I was also drawing in my own dots because I really wanted to dot journal, but I couldn't afford it at the time. I'd come across Ups a Daisy, these stickers are from them, and I was getting so many different ideas off the internet. I was also trying different trackers and filling the pages full of colour using some stickers. I'd occasionally use washi tape, but I really did not have the stash that I do now. And I was just having loads and loads of fun. I was making lists for everything. I was tracking debt. I was finding different ideas for pages to put into my journal and just having a go. I did not start with the intention of bullet journaling because I had no idea what it was. It was just a happy accident that I ended up coming across it, and yeah, I was having the time of my life, stuck away on my own in my house, exploring. I really enjoyed just putting loads of quotes, loads of positive affirmations throughout the book, and this book did take me to the end of the year. It's a weekly that I hadn't filled in, but I did set up. I absolutely love this journal, and although there are weeks that I did not get into the journal, the process of setting up these spreads and thinking about what I could include and the creative outlet that this book gave me was exactly what I wanted. It wasn't to track anything apart from my mood at this point in time. It was just a creative outlet, that was it. And I was really, really enjoying it. And I started finding these sets of washi tapes, and this is where my big washi tape collection grew from. I still have some of these washi tapes in my collection now. I just can't bring myself to let go of them. But that is how I started on my journal journey. From this journal, I did then grow into other journals, and I have used a lot of them throughout the 5 years, and I cannot believe that it has been that long. I really can't. But I'm just looking through, and this brings so many memories, and I think this is just one of those books that I don't think I'll ever be able to let go of, because of where it's led me. I just wanted to create for the sake of creating. And this is the first time that I got an Ups a Daisy stencil. I've still got this stencil now. I was finding it quite hard to find supplies, so when I found Ups a Daisy, it was a really, really big thing for me. And I also, around this time, started jotting down some to-do lists, but not in the bullet journal method. So that is the flip through of my first ever book. I know that there are a lot of pages that I've missed out, but I'm really sorry I don't show filled in pages in my journal. Then my journal collection grew a lot. My second journal is this big one from Paperchase, which I did add decoration to the front of it. And looking inside this one was used for work and every day, and I know that that works for some people. For me, it didn't, and this book up until August is the only time that I have mixed work and every day together. And it was 2021. I'd made my own tabs for the first time, and I had my year at a glance, my spacing guide. Behind this page is my future log, and then looking at this, I had a word of the year and 21 ideas to help with that word of the year. I then had some finance trackers, and I successfully completed my year in pixels, which really showed me that not many days throughout the year were really low days. And this was my first ever cohesive theme in my book. I can't show a lot of it though. I still did some decoration. This did not turn out any way that I thought it would. But it is what it is. I had fun doing it, and that's all that matters. And then I went on to this. I remember sitting in a Teams work meeting setting this theme up. These are stencils from the range which I used throughout the whole of February, and it is just a theme that brings me so much joy. I'm just trying to flick through to get to March, and with March came llamas. I hated this theme when I first set it up because I was so excited from February, and February looked amazing, to go to this and the face wasn't right, and I was picking apart every page. I just didn't like it, whereas now that I look back on it, I'm glad I didn't listen to my inner thoughts and give up. And then going on to April, just this book holds so many good memories for me, and because I use them at work when children give me little pictures to say thanks for being my teacher, for me they do tend to get stuck into my journals, so I've also got to avoid those. You will see a lot of ghosting on these books because the pages are extremely thin, but I can take notes, I can keep track of everything that's happening at school. I don't need them to be super duper thick, and for my workbooks I'm okay with the ghosting and seeing through the pages. And here's one that you would have seen previously on the page. My very first YouTube video features this spread. And then August, it absolutely did not turn out the way that I wanted it to, and once again I was very close to just calling it quits and stopping, but I persevered. I went for something super duper simple in September. I was trying to carry on using a journal because it was helping me greatly, which is why I went for simple. And throughout this month there are a lot of stickers. It was just more carrying on being in a book. Then this is a sticker that I made on my Cricut, and this one I sketched out. Then my November, loved this theme. When I look back at it, I don't think I ever appreciate what I create until I look back at it. And then this theme, this was an attempt at a card, but I couldn't get the cutting out part to work, so I just stuck it in here, and I was just trying to use up as many stickers as possible. It's a standard December thing. Since I started journaling with these two books, I have read How to Bullet Plan, which is an online book which has been very helpful, very beneficial, and also the bullet journal method from Ryder Carroll. I love the way that I got into it, which was accidentally, and I am very much of the opinion, if you want to journal, do it in your own way and you do you. If all that you want is a bunch of trackers, go for it. If you would like it to be more productive, that's fine. If you want 20 spreads per month, do it. Again, if you only want 2, cool. It can be such a personal journey. Make it work for you and don't give up. You might sometimes hit a slump, but that's okay. Just carry on. Thank you for watching, and thank you for seeing what my journey has been. I'll see you next time. Bye.